most companies have operating standards, and it's usually the checklists and the formalities and product knowledge and equipment and supplies. But very few companies have experiential standards. We call them non-negotiable experiential standards. And what that does is, it takes your product or service out of being just a commodity, and it becomes a necessity. Experiential standard can be that you return calls same day. It could be on always or never. We never point. We always take them there. We never say the word no. We always, focus on what we can do. So it's kind of, guidelines, burden of the brand that you can trust that when you deal with a company, these non-negotiable experiential standards are right there with anything else that company promises.
Why are they so important to have them for a business?
Because otherwise you're just a commodity. I mean, there's very few of us that have anything that, intellectual capital or anything else. There's a lot of smart lawyers out there. There's a lot of smart accountants. There's a lot of good books. What is it that we do that's going to separate us? So having experiential standards, truly take it from a service and make it an experience, makes it memorable. A service has a cost, a service is provided, an experience is memorable, and it becomes a non-negotiable part of the customer's life.
So can you give me maybe just one practical example of having this experiential standard and how it helps you go above and beyond for customers?
Experiential standard would be using the customer's name 2 or more times, maybe on the phone. If they're an existing customer, we have a database. We might, we always have to deliver one secret service, one customer intelligence about the customer. So we may click on it and say, we haven't seen you since May of '09, or, are you still working at Progressive Insurance? Maybe on the phone, some hotels, some high-end restaurants or spas, experiential standards is they always ask, what's the occasion? And when you hear 20-30% of the time that there's something going on, now you have an opportunity to have a card waiting, a celebration, tell all the employees, so everyone that touches that guest, patient, tenant, whatever the customer is called, we can say congratulations on your promotion.
And can you give us maybe a simple process of how a business can come up with these experiential standards?
The best thing is break each touch point you have. It's called mapping the customer's experience. So you break down, when you deal with them on the phone, face-to-face, follow-up, whatever your touch points are. Then you have your team members look at that and say, where can we go a little bit further than anyone else is doing? What's the perfect scenario? The perfect world scenario, and you start from there and you figure out how to create the systems that would allow you to do things that don't cost anything more. They're very simple to execute and have immediate impact on the customer.